Leo new moon. Let's talk about it. The Leo new moon will be happening on the 18th, 19th of August 2020. And the new moon in Leo is actually happening, towards the end of Leo season, going into Virgo season. So we've been in Leo season and we've been through all the emotions. Leo is all about finding your heart. It's a fire energy. It's fixed fire. So being fixed in what you feel, what you're driven for, what's important to you, what matters to your heart. And did you follow through? Did you listen to your heart? Did you take action? Were you brave? Were you courageous? Were you strong? Were you bold? Were you beautiful? All those beautiful energies of Leo. Overconfident, very confident, belief in oneself. And as we come to the end of Leo season with this new moon, it's where we feel a sense of lack of confidence, self-scrutiny, self-doubt. Did we do all the right things? Did we say all the right things? Did we really say how we feel? Did we feel what we were feeling and act upon it? Or did we neglect ourselves? So during this new moon in Leo, you can expect to feel pretty burnt out, tired, almost like you need some time to reflect, to ponder, to meditate, to think about all the things that you've been through throughout the season, and from the last new moon in Cancer and the full moon that happened in Aquarius, and ask yourself, did I really, pay attention to my feelings? Did I accept, did I accept myself fully? Did I? A lot of self-scrutiny, a lot of self-doubt. I mean, we always see Leos. Leos are big and bold and magical. They walk into a room and you can tell that's a Leo. They can captivate an audience. They can speak. They have a flair, especially the sun in Leo with strong Leo placements. I mean, this video is for all zodiacs. We all have Leo somewhere in our chart where we actually take center stage in our lives, where we're pushed to run the show. But now we have to ask ourselves, where did we overreact? where did we let the fire, burn other people or burn ourselves? And there's been so many changes within this year, 2020, with the pandemic and everything that's been going on. And we had to change and adapt very quickly. And during those changes, we could have become very reactive. Because human beings, when we put out under pressure and change has to happen, whether we have to let go of a relationship, change within our jobs, change our routine, it can make us feel out of sorts. And when we're out of sorts and we don't know which way, we can become very emotional. And we might take it on the wrong person. So during this full moon, I would strongly suggest to sit with yourself, to think about the things you said, to think about the things you've done, to think about the message you've put out there. After all, Leo is about the message that you put out. And although Leos go around like they don't have a care about what other people think, they really do care. They care. They care about their reputation. They care about their relationship to the outside world. It's the heart, remember. So we do. That's what Leos do, and we all deep down care. At some point, even when we're speaking our truth, even when we feel we need to say what we need to say, we always question, did we come across too strong? Did we roar? Did we frighten the other person? Or did we basically aid it in changing their perspective, with giving a perspective without hurting another person? So here we are in Leo season with the sun in Leo, moon in Leo, and we're also going to have Mars in Aries. So it's quite, Mars in Aries. Mars is a planet of war. It's also Aries fire, taking action, motivation, passion. Lots of passionate energy, pushing us. And like I said, when there's a lot of fire around, and also Mercury is in Leo. So we have Mercury, the way that we communicate, the way that we express ourselves. We're just putting all our feelings out there. This is what we feel strongly about, and this is what we want, and this is what's important to us, and we don't want nothing or no one to stop us or hold us back, because life's short. And this year really brought us to that understanding of how short life can be, how quickly things can change. One day it's one way, the next day it's another way, and now we have to stop and really question ourselves about these changes, and really how hard we are fighting ourselves and fighting those around us, and wanting to fight our own mental thoughts of how we feel and how we have to push through. So take a moment, take a break, allow yourself to be introspective, because if you don't give yourself that moment, like I said, this new moon can make you feel exhausted. It can make you feel mentally like, I don't have the confidence to, fulfill this business. I don't have the confidence in this relationship. Oh my goodness, what did I say? What did I do? Maybe, the lockdown wasn't so good and I've gained weight. All these things about where we feel a sense of lack of confidence about ourselves. It's really making us think, in what ways do I need to take action to refuel the fire within me and find my passion and motivation and inspiration to continue on? Yes, this is very, how do I say this? It's a moon that's really going to make you think, really going to make you ponder, really going to make you feel. And think because obviously Mercury's in Leo. Feel because the moon's in Leo, sun's in Leo, Mars is in Aries, another fire energy. All that fire, we really want to connect to our passion, and we really want to connect to our hearts. And it's important that we do so. So take the moments that you need to take the breaks that you need to take, but come back, let go if you feel you were too harsh. Let go if you feel you were too abrasive, if you came across too strong, if you roared and put the fear in others instead of inciting the hope. Because think about it. Really stop and think about it. When we want someone to see our perspective, we don't want to break their spirit. We actually want them to see our perspective, to understand us better, to understand where we're coming from. And how can we do that if we break their spirit? Because all they're going to feel is hurt by us. All they're going to feel is pushed away, shunned. Do we draw them closer in that way, or do we actually push them out? And who's worth, basically pulling closer to yourself? Are they so adamant in their beliefs and their passion and find their own inner heart of Leo within them that they can't see your perspective? It's a lot of deep emotions, a lot of contemplation on the choices we make and what we say and how we've done things throughout 2020 to basically redefine ourselves. Because if you have noticed, this whole year is about redefining yourself. And when we're in a process of redefining, we go through what we call growing pains, because we have to grow in a new way. We have to grow past what restricts us. It's about finding inspiration in different things, finding new things to enjoy, finding new things to ignite that childlike wonder, because that's Leo energy. It's a childlike energy as well. It's where we feel free, where we don't feel held back. And that's why in Leo season we can feel like children and enjoy the wonder of the world, or we can feel like children and just feel, I'm going to have a tantrum. That's that energy. I want what I want. But to what extent do you want what you want? And how are you going about doing it? How are you going about doing it is so important, because ultimately Leo is love. And if you're not bringing love to the table, if you're not bringing compassion, understanding, then what are you bringing? Are you pushing people further away from you? Are you bringing them closer? Who do you want to have in your circle? Are you finding your passions? Is what you're choosing in your career making you feel fulfilled in your heart, or you just feeling stifled and stuck, just going through the motions? Have you been having ideas of starting something in this year? I mean, the North Node's in Gemini, so everybody is really looking at their hobbies and really looking at ways in order to bring something new, something different that, you know, they actually find fun, and they want to do that to assist and help others in a form of a startup business. Are you finding all of those things? Because if you're not, then by this time you're just going to feel really, really unconfident and hard on yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't feel hard on yourself. Take a moment, feel it. You know, you can't just stuff down your feelings and make like they don't exist, because what you push away only pushes back. So embrace your feelings. Feel hard if you want to feel hard. Go hard, you know? But after you've done that, after you've been pushing at yourself and like, oh, why did I do this? Why couldn't I have done that? I should have handled that better. Accept that this year has been challenging. Accept that the energies have been challenging. I mean, really, we had a Saturn-Pluto conjunction early this year. We had the North Node shift into Gemini. We had eclipses. We had a Venus retrograde. We had intense energies we're going to go through on Mars retrograde in September. So if you haven't accepted, accept that this year is about redefining yourself. And there would have been moments where you didn't handle it to the best of your ability. But, you know, just like the sun rises, you will rise again. After all, Leo is ruled by the sun, so you shall rise again on a new day with new inspiration, new opportunities to be the best that you can be. Thank you for watching.